I'm Julia here today with Bree and Jessica, and today we're talking about a very important issue, Halloween, next week. So first, let's talk about Halloween in the media. What's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie is probably Paranormal Activity or Panic Room.
Why Panic Room?
It's really suspenseful, and it's with Kristen Stewart when she's like 8 years old.
From Twilight?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like Twilight, but she's really good in this movie because she's a lot younger.
I heard she was really good in it.
Yeah, and it's really suspenseful, and you're like, you want to like side with her, and it's just really good.
Is it realistic, or is it something about like ghosts and like?
It's about her and her mom, and they move into this new mansion, and it has this panic room, which has this big thick metal door that shuts, and it basically locks you in from intruders. And apparently there's like millions of dollars in the panic room that they don't know about, and so robbers come to their house to try to steal the money, and they hide in the panic room and they hear people coming, but they don't know what they want, and then they figure out that what they want is in the room that they're in, so they don't know to come out because they're afraid they're going to get killed, and it's just like a whole spiraling on.
I want to see that. So what's your favorite movie?
Scary
movie.
Yeah, I really like Disturbia.
I like that.
What's that about?
I've seen it a lot of times. It has like Shia LaBeouf in it, and
love him.
Yeah. It's basically just about he is stuck in his house because he got in trouble with like the police, and so he's stuck in house arrest, and he just like spying on the house next door because he's really bored. But he finds out that the guy is doing suspicious things, and it turns out that I'm not going to ruin it. So it's really good. It's suspenseful, like Panic Room, but it's really scary at points. And it's
what about you?
My favorite scary movie of all time is Orphan. I saw it last year with my sister.
That looks creepy.
It was so good.
I saw that. It's
about this family that adopts a girl from an orphanage.
Don't give away the twist.
I can't really say anything more from that, because that would just ruin the entire story.
But the ending is just like mind-blowing. You have to see it. It's so crazy.
I need to watch it. I love scary movies.
It's really good. It's one of those ones that has like the little children that... I think scary movies are so much scarier when there's the little
kids,
children.
Especially when they're like singing nursery rhymes and like...
just the whole... That's the creepiest thing.
Well, last night I saw Paranormal Activity, which was actually hilarious, even though it's supposed to be a scary movie. So it looks like it's a documentary, and it's filming a family that is being haunted by a devil or a spirit. They don't really know what it is yet. And basically, they say if you make a deal with the devil for money or fame, then it'll come and like take the soul of the first male child. So it's a family that like from long ago, they think their great-great-grandma made a deal with the devil, and now the first son that's been born, they think like the spirit's after them. And it just like, it's so unrealistic in my opinion, because I don't know how much I believe in ghosts, but it's just really funny to watch it because like randomly the baby will start like floating up and you don't know what's going on, and like they're like freaking out, but it's just really funny to watch. So
I saw the first movie.
I saw the first one too.
I thought it was really scary.
Really scary?
I don't know. I know it's not real, but in my mind I pretended it was real, so it just was scary and more fun to watch.
So the second one was about the girl's sister, Christy. And she has a son, and she lives with her husband and her stepdaughter, who's like our age. And at first the daughter thinks it's all really cool, and like the house is being haunted by a spirit, and she wants to like make friends with the spirit, and then they realize like that it's destroying their lives.
Oh,
wow.
Creepy.
Yeah, the first one, when I watched it, I personally thought it wasn't fun. It like wasn't scary at all. I mean, I thought it was actually kind of like boring. It was kind of slow.
It was boring in the beginning. It wasn't until the very end that it got scary.
Yeah, I thought the last scene
I laughed through the entire movie.
I
thought it was hilarious.
You're the kind of person that thinks horror movies are funny.
Yeah, I can't take it seriously.
Really?
Oh, see, yeah, I laughed through the entire first Paranormal Activity, except the ending, like the last, like final scene.
That was so scary.
I thought it was a little scary. That was the part that I wasn't laughing at. But the rest of it I thought was funny.
I don't know. I like being scared in scary movies. So even though I know it's completely fake, I like to pretend it's real.
Yeah. Well, speaking of ghosts, right now we're going to go to a short video that was released in 2008 from an Asheville high school in South Carolina. Watch to see carefully if you can spot what people think is a ghost.
It's 2:50 Friday morning. A mysterious figure sets off Asheville High School surveillance cameras. An unsuspecting custodian discovers the strange image while reviewing video later that day.
Basically, we've had a lot of people look at it, and the word kind of spread, and you know, the term ghost has been thrown around, but that's really not what we think it is, but it's not explainable.
The figure begins at the elevator and changes form as it moves to the other side of the room. At one point, it even seems to take the shape of a child.
I am not a believer in ghosts, and that's why when I came over, I was sure I would sit down and look at it and say, look, that's this or it's that. But I didn't have an answer, so.
What you got on camera isn't the most common thing. That is really extraordinary.
Paranormal expert Beth Strickland says this is not the case of camera malfunction.
That definitely is paranormal activity.
An apparition, or ghost if you will.
You can definitely, you know, rule out lighting there, that, you know, because you can see its movement and the shadow, you know, and the mist. That's what they call a mist, and then definitely it came to form.
If this is any proof, maybe ghosts do exist.
Maybe that makes me one step closer to believing something that's beyond what we normally see.
School officials worry students who see this video may be too scared to go to school come August 20th.
Bottom line, as I keep saying, is it's not really explainable. We think it's interesting. We don't think Asheville High School is haunted. We don't want students or parents to be alarmed.
Even if students are alarmed, experts say there's nothing to be afraid of.
I know that it makes for really good TV when they have all the really scary things like in a haunting and, you know, different things, but I'm really not convinced of really entities that are mean or, you know, out to get you.
Wow, that was so scary.
So
Do you
there
think
you
that's
have-
for real?
I don't know. I think sometimes it could be like with shadows or breezes or something. I still don't know if I believe in ghosts.
I totally believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
It
I
depends
know.
what story I'm hearing. I don't know what to
Imagine if
choose.
that was your high school. Your high school is just haunted, and you had to go there like.
I think
every
it'd be
day.
cool. I'm one of those kinds of people who, like, I want to be in one of those like horror situations, like just to see, like, be in the suspense and like see what happens.
I would love that. I
Really?
like wanna.
So do
wanna
you
be
believe in
that.
ghosts, Julia?
I do believe in ghosts.
Why do you believe in ghosts?
Because it's fun. It's fun to believe in it, and like I have proof because there's a ghost living in my house. I am serious. So in our attic, like the doors open and close randomly, and the lights go on and off sometimes. You hear all these creaking sounds, and I've just come to the conclusion that it's because there is a ghost in my house.
Why would
That's
there be a ghost in your house, though?
Well, because, I mean, our house is new, but before we built it, there was an old lady who lived in a little house on the land that we bought, and she, like, died, and so her ghost is haunting my house now. It's so scary.
Has anyone seen the ghost? Like, actually?
Yes, actually. My sister has seen the ghost walk into her room once. It was just like a little shadow, like on that clip that we just saw.
Like a something.
Yeah, like kind of
moving
like a
across.
shadow moving. So I haven't seen the ghost yet myself, but I know it's there. It's really
I think
scary.
if I had an experience with seeing a ghost or like a ghost story, then maybe I'd be more inclined to believe it. But now, like watching the videos like Paranormal Activity, it makes it so funny and like in a way that you don't see that happening. Like if there was a ghost, maybe you'd hear like a voice or like something pass by, but that's never happened to me, so I can't say that I necessarily believe in it.
Have
Do
you
you believe
seen?
in it?
Well, have you guys seen the show Ghost Hunters? Like,
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
I've
You've never
watched
seen
it twice.
You've watched it?
I believe in that stuff, but I don't believe in the show itself.
Yeah.
I think it's fake.
You
what
think
they're
that
doing.
show's fake?
I think ghosts are real, but what the show is doing is totally fake.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
think.
See, like,
Yeah.
I've, like, watched a lot of those episodes. Not that I'm,
Wait, so, like, what's
a
it
total
about,
nerd,
though?
but basically, Ghost Hunters, I sound like a nerd talking about this, but it's actually a good show. You should watch it. It's on the Sci-Fi Network, but don't let that fool you because it's not science fiction. It's, like, real, according to me. And I'm a good source.
It's like
So,
a documentary.
How do you
Yeah.
how do you like tell if a ghost is around you or not? Like what do they use to detect them?
Okay, so basically what happens is somebody will call, like someone who is like their house is haunted or like some area is haunted, they call ghost hunters and they're like little base in like Warwick, Rhode Island, and they plan to go see them for free, but it's also like their show so they get like money from it.
Yeah.
And they bring all this like heavy duty equipment like cameras. And,
I
like,
think that's all fake.
it's like
Yeah, I don't think.
It
I
could
think
be
if you
real,
see a
guys.
ghost, you have to like connect with it. I don't think you can
There's
have
no
all these things to
machine.
prove it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like all mental. in my opinion.
But what if the ghosts they have like microphones that like pick up like voices and stuff, but like you said like ghosts like make noises, but like if
That's
it has,
true.
it
What
would
about a
affect
Ouija
it.
board? Talking to ghosts? Have you ever done that before?
I've never done that. I think that's.
I actually want to know something funny. 2 weekends ago, I got my fortune told by a fortune teller, like in one of those little booth things.
I've always wanted
And
to do that.
everything she said was completely right. So I believe in all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean,
What do you mean? What happened?
I
Can you
check my
tell us?
horoscope daily.
I'm not gonna tell you what happened exactly, but every single thing she said was completely true.
Like, did it already happen? Or
No, it didn't happen. She didn't even ask me any questions about myself. She just shuffled the cards and she had me shuffle the cards. She had like tarot cards and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she dealt out the cards and she told me what each one meant. And it was so funny because it was actually
That's
totally true.
creepy.
She didn't know anything about me, and she told me all this stuff about me.
Oh, stuff about you?
Stuff about me and
Yeah.
stuff about like
Like
what's going to happen. And then so far, everything she said would happen has happened.
Has any of it been bad, or is it all good?
It's all been good, thank goodness.
gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's one bad thing she said that would happen. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but
Was it like really bad?
no, not that bad. She was just like, she's very secretive about it.
Yeah.
But I believe in all that kind of stuff.
I check my horoscope daily, like.
Me too.
But it's some days I'll look at it and I'll be like, this happened to me this week. Like, this was my life. And it's so weird because, like, you think, do other people with birthdays, like, have the same things going on in their lives that you have? And just,
See,
family
I don't, think
situations,
that.
friend situations.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really make sense because you can't just, like, generalize everyone. And I feel like you can relate to something like that. You can relate almost anything to your life in some way, so you might read it and it'll be a really general statement, and then you can relate it to something that like specifically happened to you, but it'll be like really vague, so like anyone could like take a part of it and
I
then
see
say,
what you mean.
Well, you guys,
yeah.
I'm officially creeped out. So we'll come right back to this after a short break. We'll be right back.